today's video, we're going to do slide seal maintenance, and this is the actual seal that is on each side of every slide, and then there's one underneath the bedroom slide.
All right, so a monthly task recommended by Tiffin is to clean and lube the slide seals, which are these rubber gaskets that run up and down the side. This is recommended rubber seal conditioner. So we do the inside and the outside, or the front and the back side of each slide seal once a month. I also try to squeeze one in before travel day, depending on how long it's been. Basically, you just spray it down the line here, and then wipe it in, wipe it off with a cloth of some kind. And this keeps them healthy for a long time. It cleans them, gives them some additional UV protection, and prolongs their life. Doing the back's a little tougher. It's harder to spray on there first, so I just put a whole bunch on the rag I'm using. Get in there. This side's clearly a bit more for cleaning and less about UV, as the seal itself will provide kind of that buffer from the backside for UV. The sun can't get through this thing, so it's in good shape. There's 6 total. There's one on each end of the slide. I guess 7. There's one under the slides that I just realized recently I've been missing all this time in my cleaning and lubing. So we are planning. This is Saturday, June 3rd, and we're planning next Saturday to head to Red Bay and get our 1-year warranty stuff done. We're in town for some medical stuff that's going to be prolonged, so we have the blessing of the doctor to hit the road, be gone for 2 or 3 weeks, take care of business, and then come back. Another thing I do is if these sides of the slides are dirty at all, I wash it off. I wash them down, but honestly, we had some really solid rain recently, and that dramatically, it cleaned them really well. Let's go back to the next one. It's not a very hard task. It's just one that I don't know how many people do this once a month. It's recommended. And since I'm not mowing the yard anymore, raking leaves and snow shoveling, then I don't mind at all. Once a month, spending 15 to 30 minutes out here, helping prolong the life of this thing that's our house. I've only watched a couple videos on how to do this, so I can't say for sure that I'm getting it exactly right or wrong, but I'm doing it. They are getting cleaned. They are getting this lubricant added to them. I got the main video I've watched for this one is Phil and Stacy is one of our favorite YouTube couples, and Phil's very detailed, very good at researching, making sure to dot his I's and cross his T's. Former Navy guy, and very particular about the details being right, so I've grown to just trust his input and advice, or their input and advice, because when it comes to this, he was the one I think that did the research for them on how to take care of Ruby, which is their Tiffin. I think it's a red, Tiffin red. But and it's really cool when you're your YouTube favorites become friends and hang out. It's kind of like they become like celebrities in their little circle of people. But Phil and Stacy spend time with, even at the cabin, the new cabin with Chad and Tara, from changing lanes. So that's really cool to see your probably top two of the top three favorites hanging out together. We also like Keep Your Daydream with Mark and Trish and their kids. They've been extremely successful with their content and online presence. I wouldn't even want to venture to guess. If you just look at the number of subscribers and the number of views per video, it's pretty dramatic. This one actually has some dust on the side. I'm gonna just wipe it down with this rag that's a little bit damp but cleaner than the slide. It seems to be coming up pretty good. I wear rubber gloves for this because the stuff is no fun to have on your skin and hands. It doesn't wash off well, and I don't want to be absorbing that into my skin if I'm being real honest about it. All right, that one does not have a seal underneath, but the bedroom slide does. So that's the one. Reorient you. So the bathroom window is the one that's right behind us. If you see some tape on there, it had a leak coming into the bathroom window on the wall. And we were driving it home for the first time and pulled over to a rest stop, got out the Gorilla Tape and tried to seal it up. It seemed to slow down the leaking issue, but it didn't stop it. So since then, I actually got up to the rain gutter across the top here and put some sealant into that gutter, and that did stop it. So I don't think the problem was the window, or maybe it was two things. But we left the tape on there so we can get to Tiffin and say, hey, fix your leak. And hopefully they can figure out what went on at the top side as well. Because all I did was take a Q-tip up and spread some outdoor silicone stuff into the bottom of that track. I didn't want it to glob up and prevent rain from draining as it should in these gutters. So I smushed it down with that Q-tip pretty good. Sometimes it's a little bit of a booger to get behind this with one hand if I'm hanging on with the other. This slide's pretty clean too. I guess it's on the upwind side of the rain that came the other day. This is really it. Just do this 7 times, I guess. There's one underneath this bathroom slide here, seal as well, that I guess I just overlooked it all this time. So, but it's underneath the slide, so there's not much sun contact. It's just the dirt buildup and stuff that could, over time, possibly create a problem. I don't know for sure, but if there's a reason they recommend doing this, then I want to be doing it. All right, this will be my first time into the bottom seal, so I'll be learning on this one. Haven't done it. Yeah, it's really dirty, but again, I don't think it's getting any UV damage or anything. It's going to be tough to spray onto, so I'm just going to spray it on the cloth and get it in there and really clean that up. It's going to be super dirty. This is the first time I've been on this one. Yep, that one was way overdue. So I'm just spraying some of the cloth here, and then getting it up in here. Try to get rid of all the dust that's collected. I'll do the bottom side and the top side. These things fold in and out as you bring the slides in and out. So there's two sides to the seal. And I just don't feel like one pass is really getting it. It's removing the dirt. I want to double remove the dirt. It's been overlooked for so long. It's going to take more cloths more often to stay ahead of this one. It's starting to get warm out, so I'm trying to get this done before the heat of the day. Yeah, this one was neglected, that's for sure. So we're hoping to make a video on our list of warranty stuff that we're going to request from Tiffin. The way it works down there is you show up at their service center. If you're in the first year, you can stay on site for free with full hookups for as long as it takes them to get you done. That could be a day or two, could be a month or two. Just depends on how long your list is, your current status on staff level. We planned it so horribly that we planned it for a time when Tiffin is having a rally in Iowa the same week that we go to their headquarters in Red Bay, Alabama. And one of the cool things about their rally is that all Tiffin owners who go, cost money to be there, but it's probably well worth it. You get free classes, a lot of free food, and any kind of work they can do on site, they do no cost. So I don't know what the limitations are on that free work, but in order for that to happen, of course they have to take technicians away from Red Bay to get down to the rally there in Iowa. So I'm trying to make real sure to clean the metal material under the slide because it's holding dirt since there was so much on this seal. The slide seal was neglected, and that's my bad. I didn't really notice it down here, I guess. When it's this dirty, it takes a bit longer to do a single one because it's several passes at least. And it dirties up the rag, so you have to swap a little more often, but it's all good. In a way, I saved a bunch of rags by not doing it, but hopefully didn't neglect it for too long. It is certainly very dirty up in here. Since we want this thing to last a while, we want to take care of it. There is again, Phil and Stacy have a spreadsheet they share that shows their maintenance planning and schedule, stuff that you do monthly and quarterly and annually and whatnot. And I think they do a lot of it themselves. They probably pay for the, I don't know for sure, we're going to pay to have the diesel engine maintenance. I don't know how to do an oil change on that yet, and filters and whatnot. And since the life of the rig kind of depends on that engine being well maintained, I want a pro to deal with it. Well, that's that one. Next up will be the back side of the bedroom slide. It is getting warm out. Starting to feel it. I did add a wireless microphone to try to improve the sound quality on these, as well as cut the wind when it's windy out. Some of our wind noise has been pretty terrible, and I apologize for that. Of course, I'm going to have the condensate from the air conditioner dripping in my face. I don't know if you can see that little thing sticking out right there, but there's a actual little gutter up there along the whole length of the coach, and condensate from the air conditioner runs over the roof down to the gutter, and then drips down off this little 4-inch sticking out piece. That is the official name for it, sticking out piece. So it is trying to drip on me, but I am grateful for air conditioners. This one has a couple of 15,000 BTU ACs that are also heat pumps. So we've learned recently that as it starts to get warm out, it's not even that hot out yet, but as it starts to, we had to add a fan in the front room to really keep the airflow moving. But we've also figured out it's best to leave both of the units, front and back, running, even if we're not going to be in the back during the day. It just helps cool the whole space better if they're both in there doing their thing. But so far, up to the upper 80s, we've managed to keep the house comfortable. You saw we added the Magna shades. We have a video on that if you haven't seen it. It's just basically a thick UV protector for the front windshield. And we didn't do if we were better at this, we'd have a video showing the before and after temperature up there, but we have a temperature laser gun thingy. And we dabbled with what that looks like, but I didn't feel like our data was going to be, I don't know, completely consistent or reliable or something. So basically, when we put our hand in the front in the past, it was an oven up there, and with the Magna shade, it's not. It's a lot cooler. So taking the dash temperature before and after may have told us something. May not have, may or may not have been a good indicator of the reduction. So that's really it. I've got to do the other side. It's in the sunny side instead of in the shade, so kind of saved it for last. But that is the process of the monthly slide seal lubrication and cleaning, as recommended by Phil and Stacy, who I'm sure got that information from Tiffin.